Hey YouTube, this is my review of the KJW 1911 Tactical Airsoft Gas Blowback Pistol. That's the outside of the box, and here is the pistol itself. You can get it online for about $120, but because of so many sales that happen throughout the year, it's not uncommon that you can actually get this pistol for less than $100 with free shipping. I got the model that has the silver accents to it, but it comes in different color schemes, and it's able to handle all sorts of different gases, whatever you throw at it. Because it's KJW, they use their red air nozzle, which basically just lets you know that you can put in CO2 and other high power gases. Of course you need a CO2 magazine though. Now out of the box, this thing will shoot between 300 and 330 FPS. Again, that's dependent on many different factors, but that's going to give you a rough estimate of what kind of velocity you'll be getting. The capacity of this magazine is roughly 26 bullets. I mean BBs. You're not actually putting bullets in here. Now, unlike other KJW 1911s, the tactical line is actually modeled after the Tokyo Marui Hi-Capa series pistols. So you're going to get that thicker grip, you're going to get the fatter mags, which I just showed. So I'm just going to show you some pictures of the gun. It's pretty basic. Again, it'll come with an orange tip, but I sanded it off. No markings on it, except for KJW made in Taiwan and 45 ACP on the outer barrel. Sights, pretty standard 3-dot sights. And this pistol is advertised to be full metal, but something interesting that I found when I first got it, because I couldn't find it online before I bought it, is that the entire lower half of the gun, like all the grip and everything, it's actually plastic. It's one piece plastic, or polymer, or whatever you want to call it. It's highly durable material, but it's very lightweight, and it kind of takes away from the overall feel of the gun unless you put the magazine in. Once you do that, it really balances itself out, but without that mag in, it just doesn't have that realistic feel to it. Now when I say the lower half of the gun, I don't mean the frame. This is metal. It's actually 3 pieces. You got the slide, the frame, and the grips, and then of course you have all the other pieces that make it work. But other 1911s, you just have slide, and then frame. This is 2 pieces, but that means that you can change these out. You can get different colors. You can just totally upgrade it. Because it's a Hi-Capa pistol, upgrades are pretty much endless. So standard to all 1911s, you've got the basic safety features such as the grip safety, the ambidextrous safety, which I should mention, on the right side of the gun, which is the side lefties will be using, it's kind of loose. This is not engaging, that's engaging, and it's just loose. And this gun's relatively new. I've had it since the beginning of summer, so it's not like I've beaten it or anything. It's just a flaw that these pistols have. You have a little bit of a rail on the bottom for lights, and everything on it works really well. One thing I do want to mention is that the frame is actually a bit thicker than other 1911s, so that it's kind of flush with the slide catch. It's kind of cool. Nice little feature. Something else that makes it stand out is that the guide rod actually protrudes outside of the slide. I think that's kind of cool. And the outer barrel, I'm not sure what the technical name for it is, but I'm going to call it a bull barrel. Basically, it's just a lot fatter at the end than it is at the base. It's like a cone, which is kind of cool. And now I'm going to show you how to take the slide off as well as adjust the hop up. So in order to do so, it's usually easier to cock it first. Then you want to line up this little notch on the slide with the mag catch. The slide catch, I should say. On the other side, push out the slide catch. It'll come out entirely, and then you pull the two apart. Here's what the inside looks like. And here you go. And now you can see, I pointed this out earlier, the red nozzle, which, everything in here can be replaced. I wouldn't mess with it right now unless something breaks. But if I zoom in, you can see the hop up right there. And it's a real simple turn wheel adjuster. And it's pretty precise, and it doesn't move around. It's not loose. It's actually kind of stiff once you first get the pistol, but after you've made a few adjustments, it's not too bad anymore. And another thing that I should mention while I'm at it, because you have the slide through guide rod, the full length guide rod, it makes disassembling kind of a pain. I'm not going to do it right now because it is kind of difficult if you haven't done it too many times, and I just don't want to waste time. But that's that. Get it back together. Just do the opposite of what you did to take it apart. And you're good to go. Out of the box, it's nothing fancy. It's kind of standard. Performance is good. It's really good. It won't disappoint you or anything. It'll keep you going in the game. But the recoil isn't anything to brag about, nor is the sound. But it's a pretty cool gun. And right now, I have just a KJW magazine in it right now, 26 rounds. I don't have any BBs in it, but I do have some propane, just so that I can show you how it works. And it locks back, and I'll have to hold it down because the mag is empty. So I didn't fill it up all the way, but it's still kind of loud. But not as loud as, if you use CO2 or anything like that. And the magazine, because it has a large reservoir for gas, you can get more than 2 mags worth of BBs, which is over 50 shots. As long as you keep the magazine at a relatively warm temperature, you don't fire it too quickly, you can get some pretty good gas efficiency out of this thing. So if you can find the gun on sale, and if you like the design of it, check it out. It's a pretty good pistol. It's accurate. You get pretty good range for a sidearm. And if you have any more questions, just send them my way and I'll make sure to get back to you. Thanks for watching.